Demon slaying. Are we invisible? Suppose so. Right, imp quasi type of creatures are easily charmed. Well, about the rest, I don't think a salamander is charmable. This won't work. We're not trying to answer that particular question. Is it charmable or not? Is it dominatable? They're not particularly good either, so I'd like to get something better, but nothing. Not even a saving throw. Yeah, I don't think that'll work. Imps and quasi, sure. Why would you want to though? Can't get the job done with those. Hit better. There should be one bigger demon here. Alright. Silence. So they can see me whether I'm invisible or not, which is nice. I think there are two types here. There's the Tanari, then there's Moraji. Moraji can see us too. Lea Liul. Is that a different type of demon, or is that a name of a demon? Because Tanari is definitely just the name of it. They're basically the name of the race. I don't think I can do anything about the bigger ones. Does have to do a saving throw against this, so it might actually work. I actually need a charm attempt rather than a domination attempt. You have to save against this, not exactly proof that it'll work. It might. Lowering of the saving throws is at the very least mandatory. Magic resistance, yeah. I think that's our best bet. I need to just make sure the charms actually work, and because the chances of success are pretty low, that's why I need a long duration charm. Normal charm won't do. It's not enough time to kill shit. And I don't like my chances of being able to repeat the feat of casting the charm successfully again and again on the same target. So, could I get a more Regie separate from the rest? Yes. You do see me, yeah, they do see us. this waiting makes no sense. We need to just see if the spell can work on them. Magic resistance. Well, I have a few other things I can try. I just need to see if it works. Magic resistance. Yeah, it's trying to get it work more than once. It's gonna be trouble. Magic resistance. I didn't get the impression that this magic resistance is all that high, so I think we're just getting unlucky. Yeah, 4 attempts, 4 magic resistances. Get the fuck out. Might as well go for the lower saving throws too, so we can go to magic resistance lowering. He's on his own now. Could we... Weapon ineffective. It's an imp. The salamanders at least have normal weapons. Yeah. This is great. Got a save in a perfect spot, his resistance lowered, saving throws lowered. Yeah. 12 hours of more regime. So he's a sort of a spellcaster type. Not sure how good of a fighter he is. Let's go, dude. Maybe I should cast these protection spells on him. Because he's the one who we can't lose. So this also means, by the way, that the demons are the only ones who can even hurt the Mother Sheep. The salamanders and things like that can. We might be able to do this in an easy way. The demon can see us. The smaller shits probably can't. Time for you to shine. Did it work? Ah, because I'm silenced, right. Weapon ineffective. They had normal attacks. Can I weaken him? And I lost control. Why? Why? I did nothing to it. And it should last for 12 hours. I don't fucking care. I don't understand how the hell does this shit work. I did nothing. No hostile actions toward it or anyone else. Did it haste it? No. Why not? Is it a hostile action because it targeted him specifically? Maybe I shouldn't get involved there. Nothing's really happening. I did cast a slow on them or something. That a Tanari now. He's not really good at fighting though, is he? They can't harm him, but he isn't great at harming them either. At the same time, the end result of this can only be one. He can do damage, they can't. So we'll get the heart. I'm not doing anything to anyone, so the alliances shouldn't shift. Not even buff it. Mountain corpses just keeps growing. I think Leal was sort of the same demon we killed in Baldur's Gate 1. Not quite as deadly though. Vastly superior fighter than the Moreshi, but can't harm it. Let's wrap on our mission. See what else we can do with him. 16,000. Yeah, it's the exact experience points amount we got from the previous guy. I'm sort of cautious about throwing anything his way. He seems to be reacting weirdly to my buff attempts. The Tanari can certainly hurt the Moroshi. So Tanaris are not quite as worthless. At least this Tanari isn't. Gonna try to heal his ass. So just a random shot isn't gonna kill him. Except the can't. This is more like what I expected this should be. Desperate attempt to buy time while our agent tries to do damage and fails at it miserably. Come on. And we're dead. Got a critical hit probably. Yeah, 38 points of slashing damage. Protection from evil is probably not gonna do shit here. You can buy time through other means. So illusion spells. I lose the illusions. Come on, one more hit. How much? Others. 10,000. Do we need extra demon hearts? I don't think you need extra demon hearts. No one said that demon hearts were supposed to be pretty, but you certainly weren't expecting this mushy, fleshy bag of wildness. Heavy and wet, the organ still beats, and even though it is stuffed away with your belongings, you hear the dreadful thub-dub. Every now and then you must check to make sure it has not bounced free of your pack. It also weigh quite a bit. Well, I'm not going to say no to free experience. There's at least one more demon. Not sure if I want to go after it. The Tanari seem to be stronger ones. So taking him out isn't going to be simple. Not sure if I have the capability to do it anymore. Back. We might as well suicide the guy to it if nothing else then. I mean, we really have nothing to lose by doing that. If we get a kill there, great. If we don't, who the hell cares? We have all the demon hearts we can carry. I'm still sort of curious about how polymorph would affect them, if it can affect them. Right, we have a clear path to escape at this point. There are a huge ton of imps where the last demon is. I'm not sure if I want to really go there. I don't think it'll end well for us, basically. I lured the imps to closer to here. Yeah, there's a lot of special abilities coming our way. It's not much fire damage, but when you have more than closer to a dozen of these blasters shooting crap your way, that changes. I'm supposed to drink fire immunity to myself, but I don't think I want to do it because of optional mythic fight. Regular imp should be harmless. The demon would be only worth 10,000. It's oh shit. Use a little help here. Morashi can no longer harm the target. Yeah, time for us to bail. I'm not resting and reapplying the enchantments just to kill a couple of demons. The experience is always welcome, but yeah, more or less happy with what we achieved here. We need to still do here. We need to get back through some or past some golems to do what we must. Low resistance isn't gonna help us here. Or is spell immunity. Well, it might. There's some fire creatures we could fight if we feel like it. Did not need to use paralysis at any point. Right. I'll leave one extra demon heart here. Once this is being completed, we can go after the smaller target, Sahuagin and things like that. The last remaining spiders, anything that remains. I don't think I'll go after the golems. It's a lot of trouble. At least to kill it in a way where I could benefit from the killing somehow. You can always lure them to the guardian golem, tank them while the golem kills them, something like that. But I'm not sure what's the point in doing that. Fire elemental would probably be our best way to get real guys here. Sure, there's an Efreeti and some imps. Noble Efreeti, fire methods. Salamanders. I wonder if salamanders can harm the fire elemental at all. Because big thing about the elementals usually is that you need a magical weapon to harm them. The Noble Efreeti might be able to do it. And then, yeah, I'm not sure if anyone else can. It would be the last fighting we need to do here, so we might actually test things out right now. I could get a long-term one to work on it, that would be great. And it's sharp. Wondering what else I can do to make sure it's successful. But the improved haste doesn't seem to work on... didn't work on the demons. Works on him though. And cast invisibility on it. It'll make him immune to certain type of effects. Single target effects. For fuck's sakes. Let's go. Do whatever. Weapon ineffective. Weapon ineffective. Yeah, they can't do shit to him. It's also immune to pretty much everything they can throw this way. Purple Genie is still very much active. Ooh. What do we have here? Spirit armor and globe of invulnerability. Bad. And we can't afford to carry any extra items. Ah, shit. Okay. Anything I can do to you? It's trying to go after the fire elemental, but not happening. Usually he attacks through fireballs. I need some kind of a spell that detects invisible creatures even temporarily. True Sight is the best one. Not gonna help me here, but there's no way I can kill the Efreeti if I can never see it. Lost control of the elemental. I'm not that attached to trying to kill the Efreeti. Probably worth a decent amount of experience points. But also, I'm too sure it's not gonna drop anything useful. $45,000. An angry clay golem. I have to loot this in a very particular order if we want everything. Detect traps bonus. By Bela's Axe Wizard Slayer. Miscast magic affects the victim for the next turn on each successful hit. 80% chance the victim's spellcasting failure. It's a non-magical weapon that screws over spellcasters. Can't use it though, probably it's an axe. Right. Struck fire elementals must save as a spell or be destroyed. Summon a lesser fire elemental, but all things I can't actually do. Fire resistance would be somewhat useful. But we can also cast this on ourselves, or fire immunity rather, so why would we bother? I don't have another invisibility spell, that's no good. The golem comes back, I'll have to drink a potion. I'm not going out there visible, because I'm pretty sure there's an army of golems waiting for us at, at this point. Could use a successful sneak attempt at this point. Yeah, golem, 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 golem. Anyway, job's done, and I think the enemies are isolated in that section. Empty storage. There's no point. There is no point is trying to bypass the magical doors to open it. I think I'll rather have true sight than the improved haste. At least for now. So if everything went well, we should be basically just getting out of here. Is there a way for me to create a little bit of extra space? Yes.
We'll return. I am most grateful. If you could but carry me, my strength. after all?
There's some fighting going on.
Forgotten how it looked after so long. I thank
There's
you,
a common
and I
ruffian
wish to
captain.
repay you for your kindness.
They're killing commoners for some reason. Weaver can memorize 2 extra second level spells, 1 extra third level spell, 1 extra fourth level spell. Yeah, this is not what I had in mind when I wanted a spellcast increasing ring. This is not where we were supposed to get it either, so this is something different. A welcome ring, but not particularly super useful one. Ray of Enfeeblement. No. No, 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 no. No idea why the ruffians are killing people.
I need some help.
But I'm pretty sure the next time I'll go to the sphere, the called wizards will come in there. Object to the fact, no, they're gonna give me control of the sphere. And that's the start of the stronghold business. I have enough money to pay Gavin. Not sure I want to do it immediately,
Ah,
but
I know
I
a
do want to do it
discerning eye
just to
when
get
I
it out
see
of the way.
one.
$23,000, and I probably have a lot of gems, especially now. The Harper Amulet is worthless. No reason to hold on to those. Rogue Stone is incredibly useful. Diamonds have some use, emeralds have some use. Ring of the Ram, probably not useful for us. Right, 27,000. I sort of think I might as well pay the money now. I rest here. I'll rest, go back to the sphere, and then what? See what happens. I don't actually recall the details how you begin the stronghold. I don't think you have to do anything specific.
I got some cheap beer for you.
Just, it just starts. Mm, I'll hold back on buying spells. Spell turning light. It rebound and a spell sequencer. Rebounds the spells back to the original caster. Spell sequencer would be very nice. Not sure where we would have the best use for it. I'll actually test it out right now. Where are we gonna get the best use for it?
I gotta stop dipping into me own ale.
Incactus pulca.
So we can get up to 4th level spells. We can murder someone's saving throws at this point. Need to select a spell specifically for that though. I think that's probably the
got some
best
cheap
use we
beer
can
for
have,
ya.
because when we often cast this crap,
Incactus
it takes quite a few attempts to get things working. But if I can totally screw over their saving throws, this is minus 12 to saving throws. That should basically cover that. We don't need to use it every time. It's good to be there. We should use the limited wish too. I think the item here is needed for them. Yeah, there's no item here. Yeah, I sold it away because I know I can get extra ones later on. Okay. Hold my ass to the spear, then we'll pay our dues. I probably should actually rest so I can get my stone skins. In case trouble finds us. Or rather when trouble finds us.
I got some cheap beer for ya.
One-time wish. Rich, powerful magical item, more experience. See all as it really is. Control over time, anything I desire. I wish for an adventure like none I've ever experienced before. Vittorio, you drunken bastard, give me back the gong or face the wrath of the mercenaries of Rietavin. We shall remain at Delosar's Inn until you get it back. Weasel, scum, drunken loud. Signed, Captain Dennis. Limited wish isn't really useful for anything. Maybe we should take spell turning. Affects a total of 12 spell levels, including spell cast from scrolls and innate spell-like abilities. There's no limit. The good thing about this is versus the 3rd level one is that the 3rd level one only affects certain level of spells. Affects total of 4 spell levels, except uh, the spell will only affect up to the 7th level spells. Spell turning does not have the same limitation, so it can be used effectively to achieve much more. Also, give me detect illusion, please. I need to get rid of invisibility, although it affects very few abilities. There are better version of this? Probably. We have true sight, we don't need that. Hold undead, maybe? Vampires are sort of harassing us. Okay. Things are starting to look fairly good. We haven't really completed all that many major quests. Planar Spear and Trade Mate, that's about it. Most of the big things we can do are still doable.
Kneel and repent.
Right, I think we're going to get into a period where we'll have more or less not that hard of a time to get things done. We'll turn to shit later on, but that's later on.
You are welcome in my sight.
Yeah. At least we got
I
the
had thought
stronghold
you would be
started.
taller. I am here as a contact and a master, and I will thank you for keeping your tone civil. I am Tios, and I have been assigned to offer you a special deal.
Okay. This is something that is not actually all that well to do by letting it flow naturally, because of the random element involved. Your attempts to do things can just as easily fail as they can succeed, and we need a success in the correct places. So best way to do this is when you have to actually, when they give you a job and you have to wait X amount of time to get the result, you just get the job, make your choice, and then rest until you get the end results, and that's it. Oh, hello. I want to see if the golem is still there. Okay, what can we do with these guys?
You are welcome in my sight.
I think there are two options. Adventurous Mart has a guy who can help them, but it'll cost you. Order of the Radiant Heart to take them in. But that's free. Right. I'm going to pay the Thieves Guild fee now. 15,000 for that. Then we'll go and talk to the Order of Radiant Hearts and see if we can get rid of these losers. I'm not paying money if you send them home. It makes no difference practical wise which one do you do. So we might as well pick the option that's not so burdensome to our wallet.
I'll be of help to you.
Very good. Just so you be knowing, you be going to the Shadow Master Aaron Linvale.
Allies are expensive in the city of Coin.
The girl they brought in, she's a cute one, isn't she?
I do believe I'll have to practice some enchantment spells on that one.
Hold. What was that sound?
You two, the new prisoner. He's escaped.
What? When? Where is he?
He's in the lower... Gods, no. He comes. He's here.
I cannot be caged. I cannot be controlled. Understand this as you die, ever pathetic, ever fools. Hello, little one. You and I have a great deal to do.
What are you planning?
Not to worry. Nothing worse than what I shall do to your friend.
My main reason for doing this now is just to get the amulet out of it. I'm not sure if I can use it. It certainly has some limitations on who can. But I have two classes, I'm sure one of them can. I think mages might not be, or warriors.
And make it good.
But thieves, clerics, that sort of
An excellent
classes
day
surely
for whatever you're after.
surely can. Might as well buy every spell we can at this point. As funds allow it naturally. I'll probably loot this too. No one's going to object. It's free experience. A little bit of cash in exchange for minor expenditure of time. There could be some somewhat useful things like healing potions, things like that. Maybe even spell scrolls. Sometimes you get very useful things in very unexpected places. Right, 120,000 until next level. I don't think we should basically stare at the XP counter anymore. We have all the tools necessary to do the first section of the game. Actually, no. We are in need of one thing. Control undead. We have to... Actually, no, I don't... It would make things simpler. I'm not sure if we need it. The thing is, we have the scroll of protection from undead, which makes the undead ignore the character who has it. So we can basically create a killer that the undead are going to ignore. Control undead will just mean that we can use the other undead to handle things. So we don't have to go through huge amount of buffing and planning to get the killer in the spot we need. So control undead is very welcome if we can get it.
Welcome to this place. I've looked right to the point, eh? That's fine with me. You are first, and now I know you are eager to set off after Imoen. And I assure you that the time will come soon. It takes time to allocate the funds, however.
Crap. Not sure if we should hold on to the Ring of Human Influence constantly. We could at least do the initial quest they gave us. Go to the docks. Face a vampire. How the hell am I gonna kill the vampire? I just need to rest. I have hold undead. I can make someone a magical weapon, so I can certainly do it. I want to try something else though. Fall resistance might be more useful than old monster. Right, what I want to try is what happens to the vampire guy if I polymorph his ass. It's not as simple as you might think, and it's what I'm afraid of. I think I know what happens to a vampire if you polymorph it. I think you basically defeat the vampire in a way. What I don't know is how the effect varies, because especially scripted encounters don't really follow normal rules. There's quite often that, like with Lavok, I could not have polymorph Lavok at all. It didn't really allow the normal saving throws to even happen. It just basically the game just allow that to happen at all. So what I want to know is it a sort of a similar situation with the other creatures and encounters? Because that'll make things more complicated. I was sort of relying on the fact that, for example, against the giant troll that's the boss of the Arnie's Keep, that I might be able to use a polymorph spell to kill it, and then hopefully have some kind of a other trap or something to deliver the killing blow. But he's a guy who you need to talk to, a boss, so that might not be an option against it. While it would be an option against normal trolls. So I'd have to come up with something else again. And I don't know what that something else would be. More spells, more spells, more spells. If I can stun their asses and have someone there to kill them, yeah, we can get through it somehow, through a miracle. But it's going to get more complex and failure prone. There are a lot of traps in the Darnies Keep, but I don't recall any area of effect traps. So I don't have a huge amount of trust in that. Also, giant trolls regenerate constantly and they are good fighters to begin with. So it's not like you can just get anyone who can sort of do damage, and that's not enough. Just getting him to the point where he can be attempted to kill can be troublesome. Right, I need to identify the amulet. Don't want to get level drained. It's pretty much at least a 600 gold piece of payment to get rid of the level drain.
Welcome to my humble establishment.
At least I can use it. Vocalize, magic resistance, immunity to level drain, decreased spell casting time. Well, that's useful. There's no point having a vocalize spell though now, is it? So we lost a second level spell. It's a spell that we have no use for. So yeah, that's a good exchange. We gained a few things, lost nothing. Hey, you're named Guy. Do you sell something?
Wonders I have seen, but I save the
Do you sell
best.
spells? Potions of explosions.
Watch yourself. I have a quick eye. An excellent day for...
I need to go somewhere and save. These are test case. Need to lower your resistance quickly. Saving throws lowered by 12. Now, and polymorph your ass. There's no effect, no saving throw, no nothing. This is more or less what I expected. I don't think that applies. Probably any kind of domination or control attempt will also fail on him. Because it's imperative to the plot that LaSalle die here. And he also talks a little bit. So the game protects the target from all kind of interference. Just how it's built. It does mean that certain type of bosses are all very likely immune to polymorph type things. Just not because they actually are, but because the game just makes them to protect the integrity of the storyline. So who I'm going to use to kill him? Ooh, I might have a good one. Or is it a good one? A wizard who had a house in this district. He has golems and the like, but I don't think they'll react in a hostile manner to him. Not sure if that's really a good idea. Also, I haven't actually completed that. I haven't even started it. Don't have the key to it. Right. So, a little bit of a problem with this particular plan. One of the pirates might still be alive. And the guard is there. That would do it.
Your existence ends here, mortal.
No, there's no one here. Then I have to leave it to the guard. No, not a problem. We don't have to get experience out of every opponent we face. And domination. Shit. Probably should protect our ass against that though. They can't dominate me if I have improved invisibility on. You can't use a single target spell. Actually, apparently LaSalle can. So special effects will bypass that restriction. Good to know. I can still protect myself from it. I'll just reflect it back to him.
For the glory of arms.
Can I paralyze your ass? It's a great shot. Yep, I can't even hold LaSalle. He's a vampire, but he hold undead cannot affect him. It's not a problem with him specifically, but a powerful vampire like Bodhi, and yeah, I think it's because he has to talk with us before he dies or does anything. Has to go in a very specific way. That might be a thing that some of these bosses don't have to do though. So maybe their rules are different. Lhasa, if you could polymorph him, he could not talk to you anymore. So he cannot be polymorphed, otherwise things break down. Bodhi definitely is the same, probably most of the bigger bosses are the same. They always want to talk with you when you defeat them. So polymorph is definitely up. The troll, certain type of bosses though don't. So I'm not sure if they're protected to the same extent. It is unfortunate, very unfortunate. And it's shit because you can't know beforehand what they're immune to and what they're not, and it doesn't follow any kind of logic, in-game world logic. It's a total meta restriction. Maybe the trigger should be something different, so it doesn't matter what happens with LaSalle there, for example, as long as you just fight it. And I'm not sure. Does it even have to be resolved? Mook will die, and you can report that no matter what happens with LaSalle. But it is what it is. It'll just complicate things though. Another lesson learned is that you should, with spells, you can't target a person who's has improved invisibility, but it seems like specialty abilities can do it. I'm not sure about where items go. The thing is, you can get around the limitation, and it's one of the biggest annoyances in a way that prevents you from killing easily certain targets. So we can take advantage of the same thing. I don't really have any offensive capabilities though. I'm not sure how spell triggers would be or sequencers would be used. Would those bypass it too? Don't know. Right. We need to get rid of the people living in the sphere though. Dispel Reflection also might give us opportunity to take down the Demi-Lich Gangax that's in this quarter of the, or this district of the city. Because he basically casts instant death spells and imprisonment spells. I'm not sure if he's vulnerable to the imprisonment spell though, but it would be a way to play him out of the fight if he is. Then we could get the ring, that's the reward from that fight. One of the better rings in the game, I would say the best ring in the game. But not for all classes. Anything that has to do anything with melee, and it's the best one. It provides immunities to poison, disease, has I think improved haste or invisibilities per day, magical resistance increase, rapid regeneration, things like that, all in a single item. Usually you need a large item set to get all those things.